You're going to want to hear what old Tiffany Stratton had to say about Trish Stratus in this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say, because Tiffany Stratton, well, she is on top of the freaking universe right now after becoming the Women's Money in the Bank winner, right? This past Saturday night over in Toronto, which just so happened to have Trish Stratus come in, she outlasted 5 other competitors, climb up a ladder, grab the briefcase, and become Miss Money in the Bank. Now, she has the opportunity for the next year to challenge for the Women's World Title or Women's Championship. Either or, sign me up. Tiffany Stratton, I've been a big fan of. I've been someone who has been a supporter of her. And people are kind of divisive on Tiffany Stratton. Either you get her or you don't get her. You believe in her or you don't believe in her. You are a fan or you are a hater. You are a doubter or you are a supporter. And that's okay, because Tiffany Stratton, she's only been around for a handful of years now. She had a really strong run down in NXT, was NXT Women's Champion, and even feuded with Becky Lynch. That feud put Tiffany Stratton on the map. Flip side, we have arguably the GOAT of women's wrestling in Trish Stratus, who has legitimately done it all in this business. Multiple-time women's champion, elevated women's wrestling to new heights, was a pioneer of what we see now. Someone who was on the forefront, the front runner, along with the likes of Lita and Victoria and Molly Holly and others, who wanted to change women's wrestling to what it is today. That's what Trish Stratus represents. That's why she is a Hall of Famer. That is why she will go down as the GOAT, if not one of the best to do it of all time. That's Trish Stratus. And so they brought her in at Money in the Bank, and she was the host of the show. She was dropping these teasers earlier in the week. What was she doing? And she turned up to be the host. Now, she's talked about how she doesn't rule out retirement necessarily, but it's not something, or she doesn't rule out a return from retirement, but she doesn't necessarily plan on coming back and wrestling yet again. Right place, right opportunity, right opponent. She'll consider it, and that's all we can ask for. Now, personally, I thought she should have retired in 2019 after the Charlotte Flair match at SummerSlam in Toronto, but she came back, and to her credit, she came back in a big way. Last year, she came back, she aligned with Lita and Becky Lynch. They did a Mania match. Then she turned heel. We got old school Trish Stratus heel, which was awesome. And she feuded with Becky Lynch. She put over Becky Lynch and also put over Zoe Starks. So at least she gave back to the business. Now, that leads us to today's video, because coming out of Money in the Bank, people were talking about a potential match between Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. Why were they talking about this? Well, I can tell you, because there was a backstage segment where they exchanged some words. And coming out of it at the press conference, she was asked about potentially facing Stratus in a match. Okay? Because in the backstage segment, she asked Trish, which she declared as Trishy, why she wasn't talking about her. And Trish said in turn that she shouldn't get ahead of herself. So Tiffany, rightfully so, was asked at the press conference about facing Trish. She said this: listen, those are 2 different generations. Trishy time. She is one of the idols. She's one of my idols in pro wrestling, and I am ready to get in the ring with the GOAT, end quote. Yeah, I bet you are, Tiffany, and you should be, because Tiffany Stratton is going to be someone in this business, okay? How far she goes, though, is obviously up to booking. It is how management sees her, and it's the effort in which Tiffany Stratton puts in. But she already has the character down phenomenally. And really right now, all she needs is reps. And she's going to get those reps with time. I've said this before. With Trish Stratus, I can see why coming out of retirement yet again to put over someone like Tiffany Stratton would be very interesting to her. Think about it. Not only are you going to get one more run, not only are you going to do so as a babyface, because the fans are already going to be cheering for you, Tiffany Stratton's ultra heel. She is an ultra heel. She should not be a babyface in her WWE tenure. I could be wrong, but I think she's going to be a heel majority of the time. Then you have the fact that she's going to have all the support behind her with Trish. You could hype it as this is the retirement tour. This is it. I'm calling it a day. She's almost 50 anyways. Although she still looks right intact. And it could be something where regardless of if you want Trish to go over or if you want Tiffany to go over, Tiffany Stratton is going to get a huge rub out of this. Anytime you're in a program with Trish Stratus, anytime you're in a match with her, you are going to get a rub. So it's only going to benefit Tiffany, regardless of the outcome. If you really, really want to put her over strong, then I would, yes, have Tiffany go over Trish Stratus. I think that would be the right way to do it. But you don't necessarily have to have that be the finish. Either way, it's a program that would really, really work. And if you did have her go over Trish, it would elevate her to another level because we already know management's very high on her. They've been on high on her for quite some time, for many, many years, going back to their NXT days. Regardless of its NXT or the main roster, WWE has always booked Tiffany quite strongly, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Trish Stratus, on the other hand, whatever she does, she does. It's going to be good. Her promos, excellent. Her in-ring work, excellent. She hasn't, lost a beat, lost a step. And another positive of a Tiffany Stratton Trish Stratus match, say that 10 times fast, you're going to get Tiffany to have the ability to be inside the squared circle with someone who is an absolute legend pro who knows all the little secrets, all the little tips, all the little sequences that make for a great match. You're going to rub off that experience. You're going to give that experience to Tiffany Stratton. That will also be a positive. So, for my money, from all angles, I think this is an absolute positive. Where it would go, when it would happen, where it would be leading, we don't know. Right now, it's a hypothetical, but if I'm Triple H, I am 1,000% picking up the call and giving a ring to old Trish. And I'm going to see whether or not she's actually interested in doing such a match with a Tiffany Stratton because I think it's absolutely perfect. Let's go.
Hey, y'all, real quick, make sure you join the movement and join everyone in smashing, obliterating that notification bell so you are notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel. Hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you all so much for your support and help changing me and my family's life, and I will see y'all next time.